Yo, what is up guys? Aiden Smith here, owner of the Paint Pro Coaching. If you're a painting contractor and you're looking to grow your team, this is the video for you. We're gonna be talking about recruiting subcontractors. And the thing is, having painters is nice, right? Having a homegrown team with apprentices that you train up. And if you have to start out with one painter and you're on the tools and you're kind of, growing from there, that's definitely something you can do. But in my professional opinion, after working with hundreds of painting contractors, I've found that hiring subcontractors is the fastest way to grow, just because you can come out the gate swinging, right? If we hire a guy or get on with a client that already has an established 2 to 3 man team, they can definitely build out that team, get a supervisor, start kind of building an organization that way. But subcontractors, they're just ready to roll. They have the experience. As long as you set expectations with them, they're going to be able to produce big time for you. So let's get right into it. Where do you first want to try and find subcontractors, right? That's like the biggest thing. Where do I find, where do I post, what type of templates do I use? So those are all things that we can obviously provide in our coaching. But if you wanted to go out and try and do that for yourself right now, here is what I suggest. Contrary to popular belief, I actually advise against job postings like Indeed, Craigslist. The only reason I advise against it, even though I think you should do it because it doesn't hurt to have it out there, you're going to get a lot of candidates that are going to be, cycling from company to company. And we don't want that, right? We don't want the guys that have been, dropped by a painting company, or for whatever reason, they just can't seem to stay at one place consistently. And if you guys know anything about the industry, not everybody has the best systems in place. So they may be getting underpaid. They may be looking around, but I would rather find the guys that are showing up every day and actually working for somebody, and then just offer them a better opportunity. So what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to talk to people, right? TTP, talk to people. That is the number one best way to actually get subcontractors. How I found mine so far is literally anybody with an unmarked van going on a job site with a Sherwin-Williams shirt. I'm going to stop and just say, hey guys, are you guys painters? Boom, talk to them, get their information, and just say, I may contact you soon. I'm growing a painting business and we need painters, right? Even if I'm not ready for it, right? Because when I first moved to Florida and launched this business out here, I wasn't ready. It was like I needed guys. So when I actually grew into it and wanted to bring them on, I could just start calling all the people and relationships that I had, stored away for this moment. So that's how I found my 2 subs. And also social media. You'll find that the more you post, the more you put yourself out there and do great work and show that you are, consistent and you're busy, right? As much as you can put that out there, the guys that are looking for that consistent work and looking to get busy, they will reach out to you and say, hey, do you guys need help with any projects? That has happened on more than one occasion for us. And definitely just an engaging social presence allows you to be way more visible and accessible to other painters that may be looking, right? So I want to talk a little bit about kind of not just being able to find subs, but what to look for also, right? Because I just mentioned, right, the unmarked vans. That's crucial. You want to make sure that if you have a sub, it doesn't say John's Painting on the side, right? Because I'm selling my own painting business. So if I hire a guy and they have John's Painting, and it's like, would you hire a company and then just give it to another established company? We don't want to put that out there like that, right? So you need an unmarked van, and then you give them a sticker and they put your own marketing and whatnot. When they show up to the jobs, they wear your shirts, all that kind of stuff. That is just a common practice when it comes to subcontractors. Another thing you want to look out for is obviously Sherwin-Williams shirts, unmarked shirts. We don't want to poach guys, right? We don't want to go onto a job site of a company they're already working for. It's like, no, we know they're subs, right? They're free agents essentially, and they have the opportunity to go from one company to another if they see fit. And obviously when we get them on with our own company, we want to keep them as busy as possible so they don't feel the need to go anywhere else. They feel compensated. They feel like they're getting consistent work, and that it can actually grow their team within our company. So that's the best relationships when you're really out to help them build their own company. Because why are they a sub? They're a subcontractor because they're not great at sales and marketing. They don't have the best communication skills. They're not able to sell the premium brand and understand the structure behind a high-level painting company, but they know how to paint and they're great at it. So if we can help them just be able to show up, get the work order, and paint like they know how to, that's a great relationship because we'll sell the jobs for them. And a lot of times as a premium company, the prices that I would actually pay them are what they would actually be charging to their direct customers. So think about that for a second. A lot of times when you're a premium company in the area and you offer more than just the work, right? And you have an actual service and value and a brand built up, right? Processes, software. Those are the things that you can sell to increase your value that the subcontractors wouldn't be able to. So just something to keep in mind, that what you would be paying paying them is actually what they would be charging. So it's a win-win, right? You can't make a better match than that. And then here's another tip I would give you. If you're constantly at the paint store, which when you're looking for subcontractors, I would highly recommend, because you can talk to the people at the paint store and actually talk to the, Sherwin-Williams or Ben Moore reps and say, what are some subcontractors, you guys know of that come in here and that do the quality work and that order some decent paint? Like, give me their numbers. I want to call them and see if they're looking for more opportunities, right? Maybe they're slow with their current company. They will actually know, the managers at these paint stores will know who the guys to recommend are. And as long as they know they're, being given that information to a stand-up, reputable company like ours, then they're in good hands, right? It's just helping them out get another opportunity. Another tip when it comes to paint stores is, we all know at the paint store, there's like a wall, right? Like a wall of cards, and there's all different types of cards. But if you go and just pluck a couple, find the ones that look like absolute trash, right? Like the ones that they looked like they were made on like paint from the, old application back on Windows computers. Go find those and call them, because one, they're probably not good at sales and marketing, right? If they can't put together a nice looking brand, they're probably not selling that many jobs. So call them up, see if they're busy or see if they're interested in new opportunities, and then explain what you got going on. And it may be a good fit. And that's how you actively, again, TTP, talk to people. So yeah, that's pretty much like in a nutshell how you want to go about getting subs. And then as far as when you actually get them on the line, right? When you go ahead and make that effort, paint stores, talk to people, network, post on Facebook group. That's another one. If I want to go to local painting groups, I'm a part of a couple of them, and I see posts all the time. Hey, I'm looking for subcontractors in X area. Comment if you're interested. Here's our company. Those are the types of posts you want to be putting out there, and you'll get a lot of engagement, as well as local communities, next door, Facebook local groups in your neighborhoods. Post them there and just make the opportunity feel like it's a can't miss opportunity, right? Like they have to jump on it, and then obviously deliver on that, right? We don't want to be promising the world and then trash when they actually sign up. Another thing, whenever you're dealing with subcontractors, obviously you want to make sure that you're vetting them. So I wouldn't bring one on to an actual paint job for my company until I go through 3-step process. All right. So that's number one, a phone call. I need to actually hop on a call with you, just pick your brain a little bit, talk to you about what we do, get to know you a little bit, and just see how, the gut feeling is. All right. Number two, if I feel good about that, then we go and just have like a casual brunch. We go to a Starbucks, something like that, coffee. We just talk and we just figure out, hey, now we met, we see each other. Do you look presentable? Do you have a good attitude? What's your goals? Like, what do you want in the relationship? Is this even a good fit? All right. And then if we feel good about that, now we can move on to the actual offer. What does it look like to work for our company? What are the things that you have to kind of, processes you have to abide by, lawn signs, shirts on every job, final walkthroughs, all the things that we need from you to make sure that you can actually work with us. As long as you check all those 3 boxes, you show up on time, you give me all the paperwork I need to onboard you, now you can officially start to take projects for our company. And then if you get a good one, you got to keep them busy every single week. Fight to keep them busy. There's times where jobs don't go that well. You don't want to screw them over. You want to make sure they're taken care of, you guys are on the same page, and you're finding resolutions so they don't leave you, because you don't want to restart the cycle once you get guys in there. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys as far as this video. Obviously, if you're somebody that's looking to get subs, check out our resources. You can go to Paint Pro Coaching School community, or you can DM me on Instagram, Paint Pro Aiden. Check us out and see what we're about. Hope that helped, and I'll talk to you on the next one.